Somos celebs, pull up loco, loco. You know we up next, pull up mofos. They don't see, they on repeat, they like, oh no, oh no. Where's the mix it out, let's take a photo now. Photo now, photo now, photo, photo, photo now. But for now, I'm loco, loco. For now, I'm serving beat, I'm more.
Yes, my peoples, man. You know I'm always here for you lot, man. Big up yourself, everyone inside. Make sure you lot hit the like button on the way in. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out if you haven't, either way. But yeah, man, big up yourself, man. Obviously, we watched the game yesterday. We got the W. Big up the guys. We're going to talk about all of that. We've got more Baleba links. We've got Fabrizio, as usual. You know what I like to do? I like to throw a little video. You lot can see what I go on, and then we get straight into it. So that's what I'm going to do. But this video is from Fabrizio Romano's page. So if you want to go see the full video, make sure you go there, my peoples. Let me get into it.
Another piece of this puzzle, and it's about Benjamin Sesko. Because my understanding, first point, is that Benjamin Sesko, at the moment, there is still no official bid, no official negotiation with Manchester United. So Man United have discussed the Sesko internally. I can confirm that. I told you days ago, and I confirmed the information. It's been an internal discussion on several strikers. Sesko, Nico Jackson, Ollie Watkins, and more. Dusan Vlahovic was offered, so about several strikers. On Benjamin Sesko, this conversation internally continues, but at the moment, there is still no official bid, no official negotiation with Leipzig. Then, guys, I mentioned him before, and I will keep mentioning in the next days. Next week will be important, very important next week for the future of Benjamin Sesko. Newcastle are going very big with this contract proposal ready for the player, and they are also ready to approach Red Bull Leipzig. So Newcastle are going very strong for Benjamin Sesko, and they are prepared to make important things happen for the Slovenian striker. So Newcastle will go big next week. Manchester United are still discussing Benjamin Sesko internally. It's an expensive deal, so it's not easy, but don't forget the gentleman agreement I told you. For some clubs indicated by Benjamin Sesko as special clubs for him, the price of the Sesko package can be 70, 80 million euros fixed, 5, 10 million euros in advance. So this gentleman agreement between Sesko and Leipzig, in very good relationship, the player, the agent and the club, can be an important factor, with Newcastle going very big and with Manchester United discussing strikers and Sesko internally. So keep an eye on this story in the next week and in the next days, because Newcastle will go with an important proposal. Manchester United will discuss his name again internally with the coach involved in the conversation, Ruben Amorim, with the directors and with the financials of the deal to understand if they can make it happen or not. But this Benjamin Sesko situation will be for sure one to watch in the next, let's say, 7-10 days. And then, guys, keep an eye also on Paris Saint-Germain for a goalkeeper, because they still can't agree on a new deal with Gianluigi Donnarumma. So the Donnarumma situation is in total standby at the moment, not extending the contract. 1 year left on his contract, so let's see what's going to happen there. And Paris Saint-Germain have reached an agreement with Chevalier, the goalkeeper of Lille, a fantastic goalkeeper too. Agreement done with the player, deal ready on player side. Now, Paris Saint-Germain are ready to negotiate with Lille in terms of transfer fee. Lille have already started exploring the market to find a new goalkeeper, so it means that there is more than a concrete possibility to see Chevalier leaving. So let's see what happens there, but Paris Saint-Germain are pushing on Lucas Chevalier in terms of personal terms, agreement done, and they are now set to push with Lille for the goalkeeper. So this could be an interesting situation to watch. This could be a very, very interesting one. Then, guys, just to...
So that's more or less it broken down. That's the video of what he's actually said. And you know we're going to get into it and speak about what he's saying. But that's more or less it broken down. And he's talking about this keeper who is Chevalier, who is going to PSG. Obviously, we're linked with Donnarumma now. I don't know if you lot saw the last show yesterday before the game. I came out here and showed you lot that we're linked with Donnarumma. And it's a tier 1 source. Tanzilic, whatever his name is, this geezer doesn't miss a lot. And he came out yesterday and said that we're linked with Donnarumma. And then all of a sudden, Fabrizio's come out and tapped in about it. I told you lot about Fabrizio. Sometimes you don't get things straight away. Look at this. This was last night. Look at it. Tanzilic, PSG has reached an agreement with principal over broad terms with Lucas Chevalier. Paris are open to paying Lille's demands of 40 million. The club wants to sign Chevalier before selling Donnarumma. City and United are interested. That was yesterday. And then, like I said, Fabrizio's only caught on now, and he's talking about it today. Do you get what I'm trying to say? He's only talking about it this morning. Look at that, 7 in the morning. Paris Saint-Germain have agreed personal terms with Lucas Chevalier. This came out last night. So this is what I'm saying. There's other journalists that catch on to things sometimes. It's not always just your Fabrizios or whatever. So he caught onto it last night, and he said that we're interested and City's interested. City have just signed Trafford. They've just signed back James Trafford. So why are they going to want another goalkeeper? They've just signed James Trafford. They've got Ortega and they've got Edison. So clearly, this Donnarumma thing, we need a goalkeeper. We went in for Martinez for a loan. It never went through. So it seems like we're really trying to get someone that is top notch. I want us to get Lamens. Lamens is there. He's a young goalkeeper with a lot of potential. But it seems like they're really going for prime in all positions. They're not trying to sit around and wait. The only thing I would say with Donnarumma, he's on 200k a week. So how's that going to affect us? You know, we don't want to pay big wages. We're getting rid of the freedom fighters, etc. So I don't know, man, but this is what's coming out and this is what's going on. We are interested in Donnarumma. PSG need to sell him, literally, because he's not signing a new contract. He's got 1 year left. So waiting for him. You understand? Donnarumma is a serious keeper, man. He's definitely a star. When it comes to keepers out there, he's definitely in the top 5. Do you understand? So yeah, man, I'm with it, man. I'm with the Donnarumma hype, but this is just being confirmed, and this is what I'm trying to show you, look, that some other people are reliable as well. Because some people say, let's just wait for Ornstein and Fab. This guy came out last night, Tanzilic, and said this. That we reached an agreement and Man United's interested. And Fabrizio's woke up in the morning at 7 a.m. and got the same info. So it took Fabrizio a whole 12 hours later to get the same info that Tanzilic already had. So that's me trying to show you like that, yo, some people are reliable. And then he obviously talks about Sesko, and he keeps talking about this Sesko stuff. Ornstein and that have come out and said it's very likely it's not going to happen anyway, but he's talking about it and he's going, keep an eye on this story in the coming days as Newcastle will go over an important proposal and Man United will discuss again internally with Ruben Amorim involved in the conversations with director and financials to understand if they can do a deal or not. The Sesko situation will be one to watch in the next 7 to 10 days. So we're still in for Sesko, but I don't think we're really in for him because of the financials involved. It's so mad. That's what every single journalist says. Every time they talk about Sesko, they say the financials is crazy. So that's his wages, that's the agent fees, whatever. Do you understand? It's being said that it's going to be 60 million or something now, but he's come out and said some next numbers. So this is what I'm saying. Like, it's just going mad. But we'll see what happens with that. Obviously, Newcastle seemed like they were leading the line yesterday anyway. Yesterday, they were leading the line and they really want him. But is it a thing where they got to sell Isaac first? Or is it a thing where they can just go for him? But he's saying keep an eye on it. We'll see next week, 7 to 10 days, etc. So that's more about the Sesko story. He's our only striker that we're actually being linked with anymore now. Because we ain't been linked to no one else in the last couple of days. Since Watkins and Watkins, we went in there putting a bid or whatever. We wanted to bid and they said 60 million. Since then, we haven't been linked with anybody. So it's literally Sesko or Boss at the moment. We'll see what happens with this one. Got to keep an eye on this one. Cool. So let's get into that's PSG. We'll get into this is yesterday. This is obviously the game and whatnot. I'm gonna come back onto this soon. Let's get into Rasmus. Rasmus has got this now. This has come out from the Juventus fan page, and it's basically just said, I don't know who this guy is. It might be a reliable journalist for them. I don't know him. I've never heard of him. And it basically just says, Max Statman, Juventus want to sign 22-year-old Man United star on loan. With Amorim prioritising a new lead striker, Højlund is no longer seen as a guaranteed starter. And move back to Serie A, where he thrived in a more transitional counter-attack system, could offer a chance to revive his confidence and form. While Juventus are interested in a simple loan, United are reportedly seeking either a permanent sell or a loan with obligation to ideally recoup a portion of their 70 million euros investment. So obviously we paid 72 million for him. We want at least a 35 at least. We'll be cool with that. However, if no buyers step forward, a temporary move to rebuild the striker's value might be the best compromise. Sources close to the club believe that unless Juventus and another suitor includes a purchase clause, United risk facing the same dilemma next season. Juventus are not short on alternatives. Obviously, they're weighing up a move for Darwin Núñez as well. United continue to be linked with strikers as in Ollie Watkins and Benjamin Sesko. With an asking price of 45 million euros for Højlund, negotiations may hinge on how badly Juventus want to secure his signature, although Rasmus Højlund remains a player of immense potential with pace and strength and a striker instinct. So yeah, basically, we're doing what we've done with everyone. We're telling them, yo, we're not taking no loans unless you're buying the player, literally. So everyone's been coming in for all of our players. All they've been saying is loan, 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 loan. Literally straight loans. We're saying, listen, put obligation in there and you can have him. Just put an obligation in there and he's all yours, mate. But people don't want to put obligations in there. People don't want to have buy options. They just want to have straight loans. So we had Inter Milan coming up first, and Inter Milan gave up and just went and bought whoever their Bonnie. Now we got Juventus apparently coming in. Obviously, Ornstein came out and said the other day, this geezer's going to leave. So any links you see about Højlund, it could be semi-true because it came out the other day that he's meant to be leaving. And remember, this is not the first time we've even seen Højlund linked with Juventus either. Look, let me show you some other links about Højlund. So this ain't the first time. Look at this. Look at that. Rasmus Højlund wants to leave Man United this summer. Atlanta want to bring him back. Lazio are targeting him. I've seen links about AC Milan. And obviously, look at the last article. It says Juventus. Rasmus Højlund is now in pole position. They want to replace him for Vlahovic. So these links have been brewing, man. I don't know how true it is. I don't know how. I take Italian media with a pinch of salt now. After all the Sancho links, I don't take them serious. So, yeah, man. This is the situation. This has come out literally this morning. So I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know how true it is, whatever. But you know me. I see what's out there and I bring it to you lot. You make up your mind or you go and check it out and see what's going on. But all they're basically saying is they want to get him on loan. But Man United are not on this loan thing right now. We're trying to do an obligation or something. And I'm sure a lot of you lot saw him yesterday. He didn't look too bad, but still, come on. He's just flying them. Like he's not as clinical as we need him to be, which is obviously a worry. But yeah, man, Højlund's going to leave. Ornstein came out and said he looks more likely to leave than stay. Laurie Whitwell said the same thing as well. So anything that comes out about Højlund, you got to think, oh, this could be true, this could be true, this could be true. So we'll see what happens with the skeezer. But yeah, man, he weren't too bad yesterday, but I'm not getting fooled off one performance or whatever. You get it? I still think he needs a little loan or something. Like, just give him a little loan, let him come back with all that confidence. So I'm not going to get gassed off yesterday. But this is Ornstein saying it. Look at the first article. There's a very good chance that Rasmus Højlund leaves Manchester United this summer. So yeah, and obviously with us going for Watkins and Martinez, you can tell we want a striker and a goalkeeper. We're not hearing it. So we don't really care like how good you're playing, whatever. We're still in for a striker and a goalkeeper. So Rasmus Højlund, it's a good chance he leaves. The links have come out today. They say, well, go on. Let me get into a few of these and I'll take them all. Morning, bro. Big up yourself. I'm Jason. Get him Donnarumma. Get him in. Donnarumma's a top keeper. Yeah, Donnarumma's cold. Donnarumma is cold, bro. And he's tall as well. So he clams a lot of crosses, etc. He does what he needs to do. Morning, Lucky, bro. Big up yourself. We need to keep getting goals. Please bring Baleba to Man United, please. Metric community, please like and subscribe. Gamer, big up yourself. Like and subscribe, my peoples, man. Got a little cold this morning. I'm not talking the loudest, but I'm still here for you lot. You get it? Metric community, like and subscribe. Man United, big up yourself. Come on. Like and subscribe, my peoples, man. He still needs to go. Yeah, we said you're not taking that one game, you're not taking it serious. Lazio, Luke Shaw, open, Ineos. Lucky's tapped. But yeah, so that's the stuff with Rasmus Højlund. We know he's meant to be going. It's a very good chance he leaves. He's been linked with a move. And yeah, it's just another article basically just linking him to Juventus and seeing more going. So we're gonna see what ends up happening with Rasmus. Hopefully something ends up happening sooner rather than later. We just know. Even if it just gets shut down and gets put to bed, we will know then it's done and it is what it is. Cool. We got this about Kolo Muani now. So he's apparently came out and rejected us. This is something that I didn't even know. But watch this now. This has come out last night. And it's basically saying Man United were considering the move for him. This is the day before yesterday. So we're considering a move for Kolo Muani. So I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. Let's see what's going on. It's ESPN. ESPN are not the most reliable for football. ESPN is American. American ain't gonna care about football like that. They call us soccer. You get it? So they've come out and obviously said that we're considering Kolo Muani, blah, blah, blah. And then it's come out in the middle article, which was yesterday night, just bit like 9 o'clock-ish. It's come out and said, Randall Kolo Muani rejected Manchester United's interest as he awaits developments with Juventus. So he's rejected Manchester United's interest. How can you reject someone's interest? I don't understand. What are you telling us? We're not interested in you. Nah, you're interested in me. I don't want that to do. Is that what you're telling us? And then apparently it's saying that Randall Kolo Muani has a verbal agreement with Juventus and he's pushing for the move. Official contacts between the clubs this week. Another one that's on the Juventus fan page. I don't know if it's true. You got to take it with a pinch of salt. I ain't heard nothing else from no one else. Remember, I saw this and then we had the game after. The games took over everything, but we ain't seen nothing else. So I don't know. But apparently he's came out and rejected us. So remember, he was on loan for Juventus for 6 months. He was on loan there. He ripped it up. He done what he needed to do. Because the Juventus fans are saying that he saved them. If it weren't for him, they wouldn't have got Champions League. Vlahovic was terrible. So he saved them. And then, obviously, he's gone back to PSG. He's owned a club. PSG don't want him. We don't fit into their system. And Juventus are trying to get him back on a permanent now. So we'll see what happens, man. But I wouldn't mind taking Kolo Muani on loan. I'll be real. Anyone out of the Prem, if they can come on loan, I'm cool with that. I just don't want to buy no one, spend money on them, and they come and they flop and they don't work. That's the only thing I'm not on. So, yeah, apparently he's rejected us. I don't know how true this is, but we'll see. He still needs to go. Yesterday, a game was decent, not going to lie. Just need proper players in positions that are lacking. Strikers needed. Højlund and Obi can't be our options going forward. That's absolutely not going to happen. Exactly. I said the same thing, bruv. You saw what happened with Obi when he came on. And you see Obi, every time Obi comes on, the way Obi comes on, we just want him to be better than Højlund because we feel like he's better. Because Højlund, he had a good game yesterday, don't get it twisted, but on a usual day, do you get it? So we want him to be better. So we're trying our best to make Obi this guy, but I don't know, man. I don't know if it's really going to happen. Need them goal in midfielder, not that much business. Juventus sources making no sense. That's what I'm saying. They don't really make sense. So he's rejected us and he only wants Juventus. But these are the same sources that were saying Sancho's got an agreement, etc. And then Ornstein came out. And if you look at the last article, he came out and said Sancho has been heavily rumoured and closing into a move with Juventus, but that's not accurate. So this is why I tell you, lot, take all these with a pinch of salt. Don't take it serious when you see these stuff. Let's try a first-class striker because Cunha and Buemo will need first-class striker. Exactly. I'm with you. We buy a loan. We can't buy a loan. I'm new to this channel. Where are you based? Are you in the UK, bro? I like the way you set up your headlines. Yeah, I'm from the UK, bro. I'm from the UK. Kolo Muani missed a lot. Watch World Cup against Argentina final. Yeah, he missed that chance. Yeah, where are you based, Ash? Where are you based? I'm from the UK still. Where are you based? All the Italian sources talking nonsense. Yeah, they're weird. But yeah, that's the situation. So it's all Juventus today then this morning, isn't it? When you actually think about it. Because Højlund's Juventus, Kolo Muani's Juventus. So the Juventus thing is just going mad, but we don't know. We're going to take it with a pinch of salt. Like I said, Italian sources, they're weird, man. You just never know with them. So no one get too giddy and get too gassed or get too angry. We're getting rejected again, blah, 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 because we don't know how true it is. But we were apparently considering him a day before, and then now he's rejected us. And then now he's got an agreement with Juventus all in the space of 24 hours. I don't know. So we'll see what happens with this one. Obviously, we had these links about Baleba yesterday. This is yesterday's stuff about Baleba. That obviously we're linked with him and Liverpool want him as well. Liverpool want him as well. And basically his price might drop because João Pedro, they wanted 100 million for Baleba. They wanted 100 million for João Pedro, and they ended up selling João Pedro for 60 million. And that was all yesterday's stuff. And then today we've got this news about Baleba now. So I've seen United District just come out and talk about him, and it's talking about what Brighton chief executive said, and it just gets into it, and it's about Rio Ferdinand, that he thinks we should be buying Baleba, forget the striker, blah blah blah. And then the Brighton chief just goes on to basically say, listen, like, we have to sell our players, innit? It's our history of selling players for huge profits. It's what we do. So they're basically saying they're ready for a sell or whatnot. That's all it is, basically. That's the more links about him. That Ferdinand saying we should just drop out, forget the striker. If I don't get a striker, I'll go midfield. There's only one name I'm thinking about, I'll be honest, that fits the bill. Break the bank, Carlos Baleba. So that's what my man's saying about Baleba today. You get it? And Brighton are bracing himself for a bid from someone. We're linked. Liverpool's linked. Liverpool have got, what's it called? They've got Gravenberch. I can't see them going for Baleba. I think it will be us next year. If we get a Champions League or Europa, Casemiro leaves on a free, that's 350k gone. Then we might turn around and just go in for him. Do you know what I'm saying? But that was yesterday. This is today when he's this is yesterday, sorry. This is when they're talking about the bid. That they might accept less because they accepted 60 million for João Pedro. So we got to see if it's the latter. Do you know what I'm saying? We got to see if it's gonna happen with us. But are we gonna bid for him right now? Are we even fully in for him like that? Do you know what I'm saying? We ain't made no contact with Brighton. We know what Brighton's on. They're gonna overcharge. They don't stop. When it comes to Brighton, them man are on a different thing. You know what I mean? When they want something, they get it. So we'll see what happens with this one. Italian sources. Oh, Gloucestershire. Yeah, that's UK, bro. You said, are you from the UK? As if like, oh, this is someone else. Oh yeah, Ash. You said, are you from the UK? Like, as if you didn't live there. Yeah, I'm from the UK, bro, man. Gloucestershire. I know where that is still. Gloucester and all of that, innit? That's near, like, not far from like Bristol and Birmingham and that, innit? Wish United signed Sesko. You're part of the Sesko train as well. I got some news about Sesko as well. I showed you what Fabrizio said, and it's about Sesko as well. What are we doing to do for players leave for AFCON? Yeah, so basically with AFCON, this is what I'm trying to say, where players have got to step in. So Mbumo, Ahmad, Banana, and Mazarawi are all going to go AFCON. So we need our players to step in. So the Mason Mounts, Dallo, all these guys have got to be ready to step in, bro. That's what I'm saying. So that's why we need. I don't really. What do you not think about buying there? I think he played all right, but he doesn't. He scares me every time the ball goes to buying there. It scares me. I feel like he can't pass quick enough, or he just boots it anywhere. He takes a bit too long. Do you understand? So he scares me still. Who thinks we need a forward more than a keeper? Me. 100%, because we had more games last season that we could have won if we had a forward, but we didn't have loads of games last season we could have lost, or we could have drew for our keeper. I don't think Anana was bad. He's bad. He has to go, but it wasn't like when we played the big teams, he was having a mare and just costed us the game. He did cost us a lot of games. Don't get twisted, but I would rather a striker. I feel like we were so narrow in so much games. If we had a striker, we could have just won. So Højlund, he done well yesterday, man. And him as an understudy is not the worst. As an understudy, but he can't be the number 9. Cunha was good. Ugarte was good. Magnifico was brilliant. Liverpool cannot spend another 100. That's what I'm thinking, Dara. That's what I'm thinking. And they got Gravenberch. But then again, you say that, but they're linked with Isaac. Isaac's 150. So you say that, but I know it's going to go to Isaac, if anything, innit? Can't wait to see him when we'll link up with the team. This is what I'm saying. Rasmus was also good. Let's keep him. Listen, nah, man. You see, you know what it is? That's reactionary. That's like the first game. See, the first game, everyone watched that, were tired. Oh, Ruben, sack him. Everyone watches this game. Keep him. Everyone's excited. This is what happens, man. You get too excited. You can't be reactionary, man. You've got to remember how it was. This is what we done with Ten Hag. Eric Ten Hag won the final, and then we all turned around and said, keep him. Same thing. AFCON's in December, bro. AFCON. December. Ugarte, you got to step up. Glad wanted to exit. You're all back. our keepers are shit. We need a player like Baleba and a good goalkeeper. Just imagine Maino and Baleba and yeah, it would be mad. Maino and Ugarte didn't do bad. Let's get into the game. Let's get into the game as well. Look at this. So this is yesterday. Obviously, I don't know who didn't watch it. I know some people were shook to watch it yesterday. They were saying, "No, I'm not gonna watch it. I don't want to put myself through that." But bro, I think we done well, man. I think we was on to them literally until the 65th minute, where we took the players off. That's when we looked a bit leggy. It was like, rah. They came off the bench 65th minute and they looked more tired than the squad that just played. It was weird. But them lot, they done their thing, man. 100%, man. They went out there. They was intense, pressing the life out of them, really doing what they need to do. Still, I can't lie. So yeah, big up the team, man. They went in, man. You get me? And we saw a bit of what my man's trying to do. I don't want to. Obviously, West Ham's a terrible team anyway, but bro, we were losing to them in the league. So the argument goes both ways. People are sitting there saying, "Oh, West Ham's bad anyway. They've always been bad under Potter." Bro, they finished on top of us and we lost to them in Old Trafford. We wasn't moving like that. So you got to big up them, man. Dorgu, I think Dorgu played well, man. All them little runs, he keeps getting in front of the player. In the Prem, he could have got a 1-2, maybe a pen, who knows. But he always gets himself in them positions where he gets kind of fouled and he could get a pen. He done it against Leeds. He done it again yesterday. So big up Dorgu. Heaven was all right still, but he's obviously got caught out for the goal. But it is what it is. He's still young. He's still learning. Bowen's a good player as well. Then when they were dealing with Fulkrug, 1, 2, 3. Do you understand? That Fulkrug guy didn't have a sniff. He's meant to be their number 9. They had him boxed. De Ligt, solid. But you see the thing with De Ligt, yeah? He always has that moment in him where he looks like he might handball it by accident. You know what I'm saying? The ball always just hits him and he just looks weird. He looks uncomfortable sometimes. But he's solid though, man. He's always heading the ball. He's always going straight for it. Big up De Ligt, man. I'm with the De Ligt train still. I like De Ligt. Euro, solid. You know what I mean? Normal. Just the switch of play all the time. He's always running and trying to progress with the ball as well. Come on, man. Bayern there, he was all right as well. I'll be real. He was okay. But he scares me. Every time the ball goes to him and he gets pressed, I just get shook. This guy's going to pass it to them or he can't. I just get nervous. Ahmad was okay. He didn't really do much, I would say. Like, he didn't get the ball as much as you would like him to get it. But he did do all right. You get me? He done all right. He defended a bit. Obviously scored the goal that was offside. But it is what it is. Like, he played all right. But he wasn't as effective as you want him to be. But as a right wing back, it wasn't like we were seeing him get the space that we see him get when we were playing the Europa, when he was on that wing moving mad. You get me? Then we had Ugarte. Ugarte was solid, man. Ugarte and Mainu in the middle was solid. Mainu was getting the ball in tight places. Ugarte was everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I rated that little link up still. Konya was Konya. He's just brazy in general. Like, it's not going to change with Konya, innit? You just know what you're going to get with him. Solid. Fernandes, come on. That goal, the second goal, mad. Mental. Safe. He should have scored before that, though. I'll be real. When he was 1-on-1, he should have slot that home. But come on, man. Fernandes. And this is what I'm saying. This is a healthy headache for Amrin. Because now you got Mbumo to come into this team. You probably have to drop Fernandes or whatever, but it's healthy to have more 10 options. And you got to remember, this is basically our 10s when Mbumo goes, what's he called? AFCON. So it's good to see. Højlund done all right. I was kind of shocked with him. He was getting in front. He was trying. He was running. You get it? He was doing the pressing. He just missed a few chances. That's all it is, man. He just needs to work on his striking. Like I said, him being an understudy is calm. Him being a backup, where he's second in command, is calm. But we can't rely on him to be number 9. And that's one game. Like, that's happened. Yeah, you can look at the positives, but, bro, in the Prem, it's so tight that you have to be clinical when you're clinical, bro. You understand? So we can't be having him in there and he's not clinical and he's costing us game because he's not clinical. And everyone just says he's going to come good. So I think a loan is good for him, or have him as a backup, as a number 2, and that will be good. Obviously, the people that came off the bench, they didn't have enough time. I think Maguire was all right when he came off the bench. Dallo looked okay. Diego Leon's just rash right now. I think he needs a bit of time to relax in. You get me? And you got to remember, when they came off the bench, this is why I kept telling you, like, I don't think Casemiro's going to play, yeah? when they came off the bench, we were playing deeper. So Casemiro can't run. So he was just playing deep. So that's why they kept playing the ball between the lines. So easy now, West Ham. From the striker, Obi, he's trying to press. They'll play the ball, one ball straight behind him. Because no one is pushing up no more because Casemiro's not got the legs. So this is what I'm trying to say to you. That's why I didn't think Casemiro was even going to play this season. But we'll see what happens, man. But yeah, man, good performance, man. As you can see, like, we've done what we needed to do. Most of that possession in the end, that came from when we took all the guys off. All of our guys are gone by then. So they ended up getting their possession and the passes. It looked a bit spooky after everyone came off still. Strand Larson scores all 3 of those chances. Yeah, but a lot of players would score at least one of them. At least. That's my thing with him. Did you get it? At least one of them. You have to be burying them. You can't be getting 3 chances like that on goal and missing all 3. And that's becoming a common denominator with him. It's not test beating Premier League teams. Where do you guys think we finish next season? If we got a half-decent striker and a keeper, get 4th. I know it's wishful. We've got a dream. Yeah. If we get a striker and a goalkeeper, we should be in that top 6 conversation. Easy. 100%. We should be in the top 6 conversation. A striker and a goalkeeper with the depth as well. We should be in there. Because you got to remember, we're playing like that, which was a good performance. We still getting Mbumo. We've still got to go get a striker. We still got to get a goalkeeper. So if we get, come on, what's Mbumo going to do when we add him to that? This is what I'm saying, man. So now I'm with you still. Jack Fletcher could develop more loan to Championship. Yeah. He seems all right, but he didn't do that much. A lot of people, this is what we do. We gas up our academy too much, man. We got to let these people just get into it when it's time. Everyone's, Fletcher, watch. He didn't really do much. He didn't really have opportunity to. Just like I said, it was very defensive. It was a bit changed after that. They come on like they were lethargic. That whole second team came on with no energy. As only Mount was pressing. I didn't see no one else press apart from Mount. I think that Martinez back and fit and learn the thing. Yeah, exactly. Keeper, scary technique, punch the ball away. He's always punching the ball away. It's true. Behind there is rash. Yeah, Højlund's still so young. When we won the treble, we had 4 top strikers, so we need top goal scorers. Exactly. We shouldn't have this pressure on him, man. Man's come with a goatee. He's come with a little beard. Different. So, yeah, man, that's the situation with the game, man. Like I said, it was a good watch. It was a good game, man. We need to just carry that on. We've got Bournemouth next. Bournemouth is going to be a bigger test than West Ham, I'll tell you that. Because Bournemouth pressed the life out of you. So what we were just doing, they do that, the same thing. But even worse, they've been doing it for over a year. So they're going to be a bit better at it. So that's where the test comes in. Mount better press. He ain't doing nothing else. You say you're not rating Mount now? Yeah, bro. So that's the situation with that, man. Could United sign T for Baleba, Fabrizio? We're going to see, man. I've showed you the links. We're linked with him. We've been linked with him for ages, but it's not been anyone solidified. It's just been bare little links there and there linking us to Baleba. To get it, saying that we're interested. Anytime you go on Twitter, anytime you go on Google, they're going to link Man United to anyone anyway. But we're linked with him, but we want a top midfielder. It's been said by a lot of reporters. Fabrizio, look at the middle article. Ornstein said it. We want a top midfielder. It's 100% we want a top midfielder. But it's just to see if it's going to come true and we'll end up getting Baleba. So every time there's, obviously I come here, I give you the news for the day. So whatever comes out any day, I'm going to show you. But I'll tell you who's reliable and who's not. I don't know football insider like that. I don't know if they're reliable. So I don't know what happened with them, if they're chatting shit or not, or they're really, really reliable. But sometimes what I've realized is little journalists will come out and get something right first. And once they get something right, then the big ones tap in. And I'll show you right now, Robert. I'll show you an example of that. What's your take on Sesko? He looks like a young RVP. Hopefully they lower the price. I don't really rate Sesko, man. I don't think he didn't light up his league like that. He's not doing much. He scored 13 goals. Omar Mamouche scored goals and left that league and had more goals than him. Like, I don't really rate him. And no one left the season last season saying, let's go for Sesko. No one said that. So I don't really rate him like that. But I wouldn't mind him. With what we've got now with Mbumo, Bruno and Cunha, I wouldn't mind him up top. But I just don't want to go out there. We pay 70 million and we're stuck with Højlund and Sesko. Both project, both of them were hoping that they'd become better. So that's what I'm on. Dog, you need to learn how to shoot on target. Yeah, man, all these things take time, especially when you're young. When you're young, all these things take time, man. Like Dorgu's doing everything he needs to do. He should have a lot more assists than he's got now. Dorgu should have way more assists than he's got now. I'll tell you that for free. Because he puts the ball in a lot. And he's been making them runs, them forward runs. He's doing well, man. I like Dorgu, man. I like what Dorgu's on still. Lenny Euro, Garte, Mount, Xerxes, Dorgu, let Joe in. Yeah, give him some time, man. I don't know about Mount though. Mount's had enough time. Mount's had his time still. So I don't know. But yeah, Patrick, let me show you. Robert, sorry, my bad. Let me show you about the journalist. This is what I'm saying to you about it, yeah? Look at this journalist. He came out yesterday and said this about Donnarumma, yeah? Cool. PSG have reached an agreement in principle over broad terms with Lucas Chevalier. Look at the time and the date. He said that yesterday, yeah? Man City and United are interested in Donnarumma. Tanzilic, he's tier 1. I told you that. Go watch my stream yesterday. I said he's tier 1 source. People thought I was just gemming it. Look, Man City and United are interested in Donnarumma. PSG have reached an agreement. He said this at 7 o'clock yesterday. Look at what happens today. You lot's goal. You lot's number 1 goal. Look at this. Look at the right side article. PSG have agreed personal terms with Lucas Chevalier. Look at the time. Look at the date. 7 o'clock today. So 12 hours before you lot's goal came out and said it. 12 hours before Fabrizio said it, this guy already said it. Tanzilic. This is what I'm telling you, lot. Sometimes it's not just Fabrizio and that. Small guys come, they get it right, but no one gives them the credit. Only people that get the credit is the Fabrizios. Look at that. Tanzilic, 7 o'clock yesterday. And then we woke up today and he said the same thing. PSG start moving as they still cannot agree. New deal with Donnarumma. Talks on going with Lille, 40 million, as L'Equipe reported. L'Equipe is with him. Tanzilic and then L'Equipe, they said it yesterday. Both of them. So this is what I'm trying to say to you, lot. Some people are different. You can't, it's not just Fabrizio. Some people get it right first, but they don't get the credit. No one believes in them. But because me, I do this every day now, I realize that, every time he comes out and says something, it comes out true. Anything this Tanzilic comes out and says, you might have to give it 24 hours and then someone else is going to say it. So that's what I've realized. So if you go on my source, my stream, my last stream I done before the game yesterday, I say tier 1 source confirms. That's my title. People thought I'm probably clickbaiting or something. So this is what I'm trying to say. Tanzilic is certified, man. And if he's certified and if he's got majority of it right on this, let's go off what's going on now. He's come out and said PSG has reached an agreement, and we're saying that's right? That he's true, because obviously Fabrizio's come out and said the same thing, right? So if he's saying that that's right, then he must be right when he's saying the rest of the stuff about Man City and United are interested in Donnarumma. And you got to remember something: City were in for a goalkeeper, but they've just signed James Trafford. So they might have been in for Donnarumma, literally in there. What's going on? We want to know what's going on. But then now they've signed James Trafford and left that race. And we're the only team in it now. So if we're going off the first bit's right, then the second bit's got to be right. Because what's he going to lie about? And look, L'Equipe's come out and said Donnarumma is of interest of both Man City and Man United. But they've just signed James Trafford. PSG intend to sign Chevalier before allowing Donnarumma to leave. He's got 1 year left in his contract. L'Equipe said that. Who does Fabrizio at there? He says talks on going with Lille as requested, as L'Equipe reported. So he's saying everything L'Equipe said is true because he's repeating what they've said. So this is my point, man. Other reporters, man, you got to give them time, man. And I've realized this from doing this every day, that I've realized, it's not just Fabrizio and Ornstein, you know. There's loads of guys out here that are reliable. It's crazy. Though you keep falling, he needs resistance, but he's falling. Majority of the time he's falling. He's actually getting fouled or whatever, or he's doing a run or something. I know he fell with Aaron Wan-Bissaka early, but apart from that, I don't think we should look at all the negatives though, Joseph, man. He's doing well, man. He's trying. I'm happy we won yesterday. Yeah, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. I thought it might have been 2-2 at one stage. When I'm seeing that second team, how they were moving, I was like, oh my gosh, this might end up 2-2, bruv. Joke thing, but yeah, it's good to see, man. And we can see what the first team's doing, so we can see what we're going to get majority of the time. Do you understand? That second team, though, fucking hell. I'm starting to hate Fab Tier 1 in this bullshit. Have you seen what he's been putting on his YouTube? He put United something, and you go on it, and it's nothing to do with United. I don't know if you lot have seen it yet, but he's literally went United something. You went on it, there's nothing to do with United. That's the last video he put up. That's where I got the video from that I've showed you lot. Before that, sorry, that's not the last video, it's the second video before that. He's going to put United something. Like, I need to do that. I'm a nobody in this thing. I need to come out here and put United something and be talking about something that's barely got United. He's saying United truth, and there's nothing to do with United. Different. But yeah, man. This is the situation with the goalkeepers anyway, man. I reckon we go for Donnarumma, man. We need to go. It seems like we want a proven goalkeeper. We're not even trying to take a risk with Lamens. Or we're trying to get Lamens as a second in command. It seems like that's what we want. We want a proven keeper. Because we went for Martinez. He's 33. That didn't stop us. We're going for a loan. So Donnarumma, but is he even going to come to us, though? That's what you got to remember as well. He just won the Champions League. He's got 1 year left on his contract. Maybe he runs it down for the year and then he goes somewhere after. Maybe that's the situation. But is he going to, if we go for him now, he might say, nah, I'm not going there now. Who knows? But I don't know, man. We're linked with him. Tanzilic ain't going to miss. If he's saying majority of the stuff is true, if we're saying everything he said is true, which Fabrizio said is true, then Man United and City are in for him. And City just signed the goalkeeper. So it's a clear race for us. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm glad we beat West Ham because they beat us home and away. Exactly. They beat us away. That's what got Ten Hag sacked, innit? And the penalty, that shouldn't have been a penalty. Fabrizio wrong on this. The problem with Man United fans, you think Rome was built in a day, trust the process striker or no striker, we beating Arsenal. Listen, like I tell you that all the time, I'm not scared of Arsenal, bro. I'm scared of these teams that we're playing in this little summer series. We beat West Ham, that's good. Now we got Bournemouth. Bournemouth's tricky, and then we got Everton. You understand? That's the teams we need to beat. I'm not scared of the big teams, bro. I'm with you. I'm not scared of the big teams. Arsenal, Liverpool, City, and that. Every time we play them, man's happy. Man's calm. It's always a good performance. It's the Bournemouths and that. They give us trouble. He's massive as well. I think a big keeper is always better. Reminds me of Schmeichel, Van der Sar. Yeah, he's big, man. He commands his box well. The only thing he don't rush out a bit too much. But apart from that, Brad, he's a world-class keeper, man. He's won it now. We get it. Come on, man. Like, we need a keeper like this. We need a proper keeper. So I'm with it, man. Okay, Mets, choose one good striker for Man United this year. I see me. If I could pick myself, I'll go for someone like Osman, but I know it's not realistic. So I just try to be realistic, bro. And to be realistic is to look at the top goal scorers of last season. That's the only thing being realistic, because it seems like that's where we're shopping. we're shopping at the table. So I will say I'll go for Watkins, but if it's not Watkins, I wouldn't mind. I can show you the table last season. If it's not Watkins, then I would go for look at this. This is what I feel like we're shopping in, because if you see Mbeumo and Cunha, look, they're both in there. We want goals. You know what? We're just going to go to the table and nick some players and get goals. That's it. That's what we're doing when it's coming to patterning up the forward line. So we can't get the first 3 players. That's not going to happen. Salah, Isaac, and Haaland is not happening. Chris Wood, maybe, but that was 1 season he done it. So I don't know if we'll get Chris Wood. And does Chris Wood run the channels? Is he fast? I don't know. Would Chris Wood have made, see that first pass that we played Højlund when he hit the post in the first minute? Would Chris Wood have made that ball? I don't think he would have. I don't think Chris Wood would have out sprinted. Who was it? Kilman, and made that. So let's just say we can get Chris Wood, we can just about get Wissa. If we even, I think he's not for sale now, but let's just say we could Wissa, Chris Wood, Strand Larsen, and Mateta is the next one, yeah? So Mateta, Larsen, Chris Wood, Watkins, or Wissa. I would go for Watkins and Mateta. Me personally first. That would be my first two. Watkins and Mateta. If we can't get Watkins or Mateta, I will get Wissa. And then I wouldn't mind Chris Wood or Strand Larsen, but I don't think they fit because they're slow. They're more box strikers. Stay in the box. I think Ruben wants someone that's going to run the channels and have a bit of speed. That's what I think will happen. So I think that's the only thing. Strand Larsen will be good to be in the box with Chris Wood, but Watkins fits everything because he makes runs. He's got pace. He can run the channels. Look at what Højlund's having to do. He's coming to run the channels, hold it up, etc. So I think Watkins will be the ideal fit for what we're trying to do. But obviously they're pricing him out of the move. And if it ain't Watkins, for what we're trying to do, it's probably going to be Watkins, Mateta. Mateta can run the channels and he's got a bit of pace. Wissa's a good shout. Remember, that 19 goals for Wissa, there's 0 penalties involved, you know. 0 penalties. So, yeah, man. I wouldn't mind any name, bro. That's what I'm saying. Put my man, what's his name? Put Højlund on a bench and just have one of these starting. And then give Højlund a little 20 minutes every day. I'm cool with that. That's what I'm on. So my thing will be Watkins, but he's 60 million, pricing him out of a move. He's got to come out and say he wants a move, which is never going to happen. You understand? He scored yesterday for them. They drew 2-2 to Frankfurt. He scored. Like, he's not going to leave there. He's the only striker at the moment as well. Remember that, guys. They had Duran and Watkins going back to back. And then Watkins, obviously, Watkins stayed. Duran went Saudi. Then they had Watkins and Rashford. Watkins stayed. Then he went Saudi. So I think this is our best chance, man. But look at that. You can see this is where they're shopping. They're shopping in this top scorers sheet. That's where they're shopping. We've gone for Mbeumo. We've gone for Konya. We've gone for Watkins. So this is what we want. We're looking at a striker that's prem-proven in this area here. And Mateta is next. Under Strand Larsen is Mateta. So that's what we're looking at. Job Philippe, Mateta. Javi Guerra. We want experience and proven so that there should be no excuse. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true. 13 years process, still waiting. Rasmus Bully, their centre half. This is a sign he has bulked out and should create chances and score more goals this season. Yeah, he could. And Rasmus will score goals, but he needs to score way more. That's it. And you can't be giving him 3 chances like that. He had 3 good chances and he missed all 3. 1 hit the post. And the other 2 were just literally like, none was on target. That's my thing. If you're not at least scoring, at least have them on target. At least let's see, all right, it's on target at least. None was on target. So this is what I'm saying, but like, he needs to be a backup. He needs to come on that the 70th minute. That B team that came on, he needs to be like that. 70th minute, come on, and then do what you got to do. I'd rather Scarecrow and Golden, and no, we shouldn't stay up in him, but he's not good enough. He ain't good enough. I don't think Bayern is good enough either. I'll be real. So avoid relegation, we need to go with a good striker. I don't think we're going to be in that relegation stuff no more, man. Watkins is proven, but no spring chicken. Exactly. But this is what I'm saying. It's about the best of the rest now. We've got to be true to ourselves. It's the best of the rest. We're not going for our top strikers, our Gyökeres, our Delap, our Ossimans. It's the best of the rest now. We're not buying proven striker. Mateta try sign Man United. We aren't going for Baleba. Yeah, we're linked to Baleba yesterday, and then a little report come out today, and I've seen it, and this is the report. It's basically Ferdinand. United Dixit's and Manchester United, Man United page. So I've just seen this today. Obviously, it came out yesterday night. I saw this article from Football Insider yesterday, and it's saying about the price. Remember, he's meant to be 100 million. João Pedro's 100 million, and now they dropped João Pedro's price to 60. So they're saying they might do that for Man United, and Man United and Liverpool are both in for him basically. That came out yesterday, and then this came out yesterday night, but I only saw it today. So this is the situation. It's just basically Ferdinand telling them, yo, forget the striker. let's go for Baleba. He's the number one. He brings pace, blah, blah, blah. If I've got to be honest, who I think fits the bill is Baleba. Break the bank. Break the bank. And he's just saying that the Brighton CEO saying, obviously, we're always bracing ourselves for every player to leave because they come, etc. And he's talking about the players there, McAllister, Cucurella, Caicedo, blah, blah, blah. Goals scored. But what is our goal in bringing a striker? What's the goal, future plan, or maybe just winning a top 4 finish? Bro, they want to win the Prem by the 28. That's what they said, isn't it? That's their plan. 2028, they want to win a Prem. So they want to bring a striker in. That's why I think if we can't bring in a striker, we should just go for a midfielder and go next year for a striker. We'll have more options. Understand? But yeah, it's a mad one, man. Obviously, Ruben wants to win now. Ineos want to win now. I just don't want him to force it. What we used to do when we go for a target, like last November, we went for Frankie De Jong, and then we couldn't get him. We went for Casemiro. They're not even the same players. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It doesn't make no sense. Baleba is way out of our budget. You say that, but we're in for a striker. You say that, but we're in for a striker, the Basses. So if we turn around, remember how it started, you know. Remember, we was in for the lap. The lap was 30 million. So we went in for Cunha, that's 62. Went in for the lap. He rejected us. We said, you rejected us, no problem. Went in for Mbumo. So we've gone from 30 million to 60. So you never know. And we apparently was in for Ekitike when he rejected us. We made a last minute call. So we might have money there. But obviously we know we got to sell. But even a report come out saying we've got the money to buy, but we just want to basically be calm. So I don't know. Bournemouth striker Mitch will be able to do that. But I'm right now you complain after just rolling with the building. Carlos Baleba, Teta Torres, a new one at Old Trafford. Oh, bro, every time. Yeah. I was there, Ash. I was there as well, Ash. I was there at Old Trafford when he scored the 2 goals. If you go on my old videos, I've got Matchday Vlogs. I've got a Matchday vlog of him scoring the goal. Literally. So, yeah, make sure you go and watch my Matchday vlog, guys, man. The games last. It was bad times, to be honest. Majority of them we lost, but it is what it is. Bournemouth destroyed Everton in the second half. Yeah, I saw it. They made like 2 mistakes, Everton, though. 2 mad mistakes. You get it? Chris, look at owners by Morgan give Morgan Rogers. This guy's funny. Chris, I'm paying fan. What progress? What do you mean? We talking about? Oh, you like having your own little convo. Yesterday we won, but God help us, we get a new striker. Yeah, the striker thing is mad. Everyone's talking about it. Højlund looks a bit better. We give him that, but we're not going to get stung over one game. He's running a bit more. He looks more fitter, but what does that mean? You need to put the ball in the back of the net. Do you know what I mean? Top 8. Højlund wants it so bad. I think if we get a top striker, it will help. Exactly. Because it's too big, this shirt, bro. This shirt weighs too heavy for people. So him to be the number 1, it's a bit mad. But if he comes on after that 70 minutes and he has that half an hour, he's going to be bringing pace. It's a bit more. Remember, you're running up legs. This is what Garnacho used to do for us, isn't it? Garnacho will come on the 70th minute. He's running up tired legs. It's too much. That's what we need Højlund doing. We can't have Højlund sitting there and being the number 1. Let him be the number 2. If Liverpool comes in for Baleba, long day, they'll get him immediately. We'll still be battling to get money from him. Exactly. But I don't think they're in for him this season. Remember, their money right now, they're trying to sell Diaz, which looks like it could happen, and they're going for Isaac. That's going to be what, 300, 400 million? How much is that going to be? That's a madness. So I don't think they'll go for him. I don't think they need him. They got Gravenberch, bro. My man's happy with Gravenberch. They got Endo as a backup. I don't think they'll even go for him. But it says Liverpool and United are both in for him. So we'll see. Midfielder, we're going away. Ferdinand is wrong. We need a striker to compare with Højlund. He's saying that. You know what he's saying? He's saying we need a striker. If you read the last article, it says, if I don't get a striker, I'd go midfield. So he's not saying drop the whole striker thing out. He's saying, if I don't get a striker, I'd go midfield. There's only one name I'm thinking about, and that's Baleba. So he's not saying just leave it and go for a striker. Leave the striker thing. I'll be happy with a midfield and goalkeeper. Trust me, Cunha and Højlund would bring goals. Højlund will bring goals. But this is what I'm saying. We don't need him bringing 6, 7 goals. We need him scoring goals. You know what I mean? Goals with an S at the end. Double digits. So because they don't supply good balls. If we have a midfielder, trust me, it would work. He had 3 chances, bro. 3 one-on-ones, more or less. I wouldn't say one-on-ones, but 3 chances, and he didn't even hit the target. If this guy's hitting the target at least, then cool. If the keeper's having to make mad saves, then cool. But he's had 3 chances and none of them even hit the target. Come on, man. Højlund only wants goals, not just about getting into good position. Exactly. That's what we need from him. We need Højlund to score some goals. 100%. Is that a bomber? Okay, I thought that was a bomber. Nah. Ornstein. Is that Ornstein or not? No. He retweeted something. Is that decision? Bayern in daily contact with Luis Diaz. Saudi proposal turned down. Big proposal ready for Benjamin Sesko for Newcastle. Big proposal ready. For those that don't know, I'm going to play the video again as well. I know there's a lot of you in here. Obviously came out last night. He's talking about Benjamin Sesko because I know a lot of you that love the Sesko train as well. The video is only like a minute long anyway. Don't worry, it's not no long one. Baleba must sign player at Man United and try signing. Jashari's going AC. When the ball's in the air and it's not being Cantona. It's an old Celtic song from the thing. Big up yourself, Martin. Our mid is trash. Sell Casemiro, Ugarte, Mount, and bring in Baleba. Man said so. Everyone after a good game. Ugarte had a good game. Casemiro's leaving on a free. Casemiro's going to leave on a free. So don't worry about that. He's leaving on a free. He wants to stay for 1 year. And you lot can see why I was telling you that I don't think he's going to play. Because once he came on, he was just sitting deep. They're just playing balls in between our midfield now because he's so deep that Obi's trying to press. They play one ball. There's a big gap in the middle. So that's why I'm telling you, like, he won't be able to play. He ain't got the energy. This guy and his bombers, bruv. Same shit every minute. Casemiro. Yeah, man. So cool, man. Man United should risk the strike on Brazilian Formiga or Botafogo. I don't think we're going to do that, man. We need someone proven. I missed the video. Can you play it? Yeah, I'm going to play it in a second. It's only a minute anyway. But he talks about Sesko because Fabrizio just come out and said about the Sesko stuff again. So I'm going to show you exactly what he said because he's promoting the video. Imagine those chances against Arsenal in the first game. This is what I'm saying to you, lot. This is what I'm trying to tell you, lot, that this thing is serious. We need someone that's going to put these chances away. We must sell Anthony Garnacho, get Baleba is the best way. Yeah, let's see. Let me play the video of Fabrizio so you lot can see what he said about Sesko. And I'm going to get back and show you. You know, I always double back to show you lot what's going on. Because obviously I spoke about a lot on the show already. I'm going to show you lot the video now.
Benjamin Sesko. Because my understanding, first point, is that Benjamin Sesko, at the moment, there is still no official bid, no official negotiation with Manchester United. So Man United have discussed the Sesko internally. I can confirm that. I told you days ago, and I confirmed the information. It's been an internal discussion on several strikers. Sesko, Nico Jackson, Ollie Watkins, and more. Dusan Vlahovic was offered, so about several strikers. On Benjamin Sesko, this conversation internally continues, but at the moment, there is still no official bid, no official negotiation with Leipzig. Then, guys, I mentioned him before, and I will keep mentioning in the next days. Next week will be important, very important next week for the future of Benjamin Sesko. Newcastle are going very big with this contract proposal ready for the player, and they are also ready to approach Red Bull Leipzig. So Newcastle are going very strong for Benjamin Sesko, and they are prepared to make important things happen for the Slovenian striker. So Newcastle will go big next week. Manchester United are still discussing Benjamin Sesko internally. It's an expensive deal, so it's not easy, but don't forget the gentleman agreement I told you. For some clubs indicated by Benjamin Sesko as special clubs for him, the price of the Sesko package can be 70, 80 million euros fixed, 5, 10 million euros in advance. So this gentleman agreement between Sesko and Leipzig, in very good relationship, the player, the agent and the club, can be an important factor, with Newcastle going very big and with Manchester United discussing strikers and Sesko internally. So keep an eye on this story in the next week and in the next days, because Newcastle will go with an important proposal. Manchester United will discuss his name again internally with the coach involved in the conversation, Ruben Amorim, with the directors and with the financials of the deal to understand if they can make it happen or not. But this Benjamin Sesko situation will be for sure one to watch in the next, let's say, 7-10 days. And then, guys, keep an eye also on Paris Saint-Germain for a goalkeeper, because they still can't agree on a new deal with Gianluigi Donnarumma. So the Donnarumma situation is in total standby at the moment, not extending the contract. 1 year left on his contract, so let's see what's going to happen there. And Paris Saint-Germain have reached an agreement with Chevalier, the goalkeeper of Lille, a fantastic goalkeeper too. Agreement done with the player, deal ready on player side. Now, Paris Saint-Germain are ready to negotiate with Lille in terms of transfer fee. Lille have already started exploring the market to find a new goalkeeper, so it means that there is more than a concrete possibility to see Chevalier leaving. So let's see what happens there, but Paris Saint-Germain are pushing on Lucas Chevalier in terms of personal terms, agreement done, and they are now set to push with Lille for the goalkeeper. So this could be an interesting situation to watch. This could be a very, very interesting one. Then, guys, just to...
So that's more or less what he said about thing. That's the Sesko stuff. So when you break it down, for those that didn't get it, he's basically just saying, listen, keep an eye on the story. In the coming days, as Newcastle will go with an important proposal. So Newcastle are winning the race right now. It's already came out and said that basically when it comes to strikers, keep an eye on Sesko, keep an eye on Watkins, what he always says, Jackson, etc. So in 8 to 10 days, 7 to 10 days, so next week is going to be crucial for Sesko. He keeps still putting us in there. I've showed you the Ornsteins and the Laurie Whitwell saying that we're not in for Sesko anymore. It is too expensive. But he is standing tall. As you can see, he's not having it. He's saying, listen, we're still in for him. We're still talking about him. But Newcastle's going for a good proposal. So basically, I don't know what's going to happen. I ain't seen nothing about he's keen to play for Newcastle or anything like that. But he's basically saying there's a pact for special clubs where they can get it for a bit cheaper. We might be in that special club or not. Was Arsenal in that pack, in that club? Surely not, because they would have got it for cheaper. So we'll see what happens. So that's Sesko thing. And then look, this is me giving you an example, because a lot of you come on here and you say, if it's not Romano, I don't know if it's not Romano. And I basically just showed you and I said, listen, see this geezer here, Paris Saint-Germain have agreed personal terms with Lucas Chevalier. Talks ongoing with Lille as request starts from 40 million euros. PSG start moving as they cannot agree deal with Donnarumma. As you can see, the middle of that, it says, as L'Equipe reported. L'Equipe is a French outlet, and they came out last night and said this. And remember, my last stream yesterday, I put in tier 1. If you go and watch my last stream before the game, I put tier 1 source confirms, which is Tanselic. He's tier 1. I'm telling you, lot. And he came out and said, PSG have reached an agreement in principle over broad terms with Chevalier. Paris are open to paying Lille's demands 40 million. The club wants to sign Chevalier before selling Donnarumma. Man City and United are also interested in Donnarumma. So Tanselic has said that yesterday at 7 o'clock. L'Equipe has said that at 7 o'clock yesterday. And Fabrizio's woke up this morning and said it today. So this is what I'm saying. There's loads of journalists out there that are reliable. It's not just Fabrizio. Because Fabrizio's only realized 12 hours later. So I'm just letting you lot know. You got to have faith in a lot of people. But yeah, man. So Donnarumma, we're linked with him. He's got 1 year left on his contract. It seems like Ineos want a proper proven keeper. I don't mind Lamens. Lamens was twerking for us. He's been twerking for the youngest. He's young. He's saying, yo, Man United is one of the best clubs in the world, but never know. There might be another club, or perhaps I stay. When a team like this, Man United, come, I think you deserve it. He wants to come so bad. But, brother, this geezer is 13 to 17 million. I don't think that as a backup, I think he's probably the best backup you can get. He's prevented the most goals, etc. So we'll see what happens, man. But Donnarumma is heating up because he can leave on a free. I don't know if it's a thing where they're going to have him for one more season. But Paris are trying to buy Chevalier now. It's not like Paris are saying, yo, so what's going to happen? Are we going to pay the money now for Donnarumma? What will happen? He's got 1 year left. How much will they let him go for? Are they going to say something stupid like 40 million? I doubt it. but they can't let him to agree a contract, so he's probably going to walk for free. So we'll see what happens with that. So that's the Donnarumma situation. Let me get a few of these and then I'll get into the next ones. They got Woodward as house and fire son. Morning, G. What's going on? Slices, we turn. Any striker updates? Yeah, it's just the Sesko stuff, like I showed you. Sesko, in the next week, we're gonna know. I thought Sesko was done. I'll be real. I thought it was done. Ornstein came out, said it's a myth. We're not in for him unless his price drops. Laurie Whitwell came out, said it's a myth. But Fabrizio is not letting it go. I don't know if he's just repeating himself to repeat himself and he's involved in Man United, or we're actually in for him. But he keeps saying 7 to 10 days. We're internally, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know, mate. We're going to have to see what happens with Sesko. I thought it was fully done because Ornstein is my goal. When he talks, I listen. I don't know about Fabrizio. Fabrizio reports himself. Ornstein said this the other day. Sesko, Watkins and Jackson are not being pursued because of the cost involved. It can change only if their prices come down. Obviously, I've heard Sesko's prices come down to 60 million or something, but apparently the financials are still mad. So I don't know. So this is what he said the other day. So I thought it was fully done. And then obviously Fabrizio was just standing tall and he keeps saying the same stuff. But yeah, so within the next week or so, but he said Newcastle are going big. But then again, is Newcastle only going big if Isak doesn't leave? Because Newcastle still want Wizard as the backup. So what's going to happen here? Is it get Sesko in now with Isak? I don't know what's happening, mate. Because if Isak's going to leave, that's going to take a little time, innit? They've got to sell Diaz first, then they've got to make their bid, etc. So I don't know. Metric community, like and subscribe. Game on my boy. Love, man. Appreciate it. Big up yourself, man. Like and subscribe, my peoples, man. You know we're always here for you lot, man. 3 times a day, man. We don't miss a day, man. Yeah? I don't care what the weather's like. I don't care if I got a cold. I don't care what's going on. I'm here for you, though. So make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe, my peoples. Getting fast. Who you talking about? Because you know I move on. I'm a madman. I move on so quick. By the time I get to the comments, I don't even know what people are talking about. Chevrolet was my boy. Too bad he's going to be second choice or backup for PSG. Nah, he's probably going to be first. This is where they're going from. This is where PSG start moving as they still cannot agree new deal with Donnarumma. So he's going to be the first guy. Look, Donnarumma is due to leave because they can't agree a deal with him. So they're saying, you know what, we'll let you go. Chevrolet is cold, man. And that's who Villa was going to go and get if we paid them 40 million for Martinez. So we was going to pay Villa 40 million and look how much it's going to cost, 40 million euros. So they were going to go and buy Chevrolet. Chevrolet is cold, bro. Cold. Where's the money if we have not sold anyone yet? Why did we go to Watkins the other day? Why did we go to Villa to start talks about Watkins the other day if we got no money? It's weird, bro. I don't know what's going on, bruv. It's so weird. We phoned Ekatike last minute and he said, sorry, I've already devoted to Liverpool. And then we went to Watkins the other day to try putting a bid and they're still saying 60 million. I don't know what's going on. Are we trying to get verbal agreements? Look at this. Ben Jacobs came out the other day saying, Man United made contact with Aston Villa. That was sourced from all sides, my end. Aston Villa don't want to lose Watkins. They certainly won't entertain any kind of significant talks unless they found a replacement, unless someone meets their valuation. Man United won't meet that valuation. Why are we making all these contacts if we ain't got the money? This is what I'm saying. It's weird, bro. I know we got to make sales, but remember, because Rashford's wage as well, it's all off the books. We might still be able to do a little something. And everything's in installments as well. Remember that. And all that here we go money as well. Remember that. Alanga, Carreras, Sancho's 5 million. That's about 20 million when it adds up. Who knows, man, what's going on, man. Next week will be interested, but if anything can happen, imagine Sesko to Man United. Blood, I don't even rate Sesko. I'll be real, but me, I'm at a play stage where I can see the system and just get anyone that can score a goal. That will be one-on-one with a keeper and that can score a goal. That's it. So I'm with you. I wouldn't mind it, but I just don't know if they're going to go out there and spend 70 million on a player that we don't really think. And you can see what they're trying to do with this prime thing. They're trying to go prime even with keepers. They're trying to go Premier League proven even with keepers, or proven at least with keepers. I'm sitting there saying, get Lamens, man. He's young. He's got potential. They're saying, nah, mate, we're not doing potential no more. From Højlund and Garnacho scarred us last season that we're only going for proven now. They're on a different thing, bro. They're on a different thing. So I don't know what's going to happen, bro. But yeah, look, they're trying to do this proven thing, bro. That's all they're on right now. If Man United propose 70 million plus 3 add-ons, they're not paying that, man. That's too much. I'm telling you, they're not paying that. That's too much for unproven guy. That's the same as Højlund. And we're all going to sit here and say, give him time. I'm telling you, they don't want to do that. That's too much. It has to be like 60 million, I would say, is calm. Would probably make sense. 60 million, because everyone's going to be around 60. But that we were looking at around 60 for proven guys. Gyökeres, he's 60-something. Osimhen was 69. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Yeah, we're not going to pay that money. Unproven guy. Lucky. Come on, man. Thank you. I don't think that's going to happen. Fabrizio, not sure. He's been told 100% United to go all in for Donnarumma. Him and Martinez for me. Villa might drop price if we go in for Donnarumma. Also, we can let one of our keepers leave. Probably buying there. Yeah. I reckon Donnarumma's... I'd rather Donnarumma than Martinez, you know. I swear to you, man. I'd rather that, man. I'd rather go for Donnarumma. He's 26 as well, or 25, I think. He's younger as well. We've got more life in him than Martinez. Martinez, I don't know, man. I wouldn't mind him over Nana, but he's a bit of a madman. He's a bit of a madman. Man, United should get a new striker and a goalkeeper. Yeah, Hondo, we're looking at it. Look at this. Look at the middle article. Ruben Amorim has his sights set on a number 9, a deep 9 in midfielder, and a goalkeeper. Look, Ornstein, the goal. Look at the middle article. Goalkeeper, midfielder, striker. David Ornstein. I would want Martinez. Nah, this is what I'm saying. I wouldn't mind him, but if I had a choice, I wouldn't go for him. His time's coming to an end, man, and he's a bit rash now. Fabrizio Romano, we're not in a situation. Trevor was my boy, but 75 million, so I knew we won't get him. Is that how much they were quoting him for? 75 before. Trevor, keeper, 75 million. Oh yeah, Kepa did go for 75, innit? Kepa went for 75 to Chelsea. So yeah. I was just sitting if he can keep as a guy for 75 million, but it's happened before. Isaac is not 150 million striker. In this day and age, he is, because this is what they're doing now. Everyone's pumped up. Tyler Diblin is 100 million. Geezer scored 3 goals in the Premier League. It's crazy, man. 70 quid. Sesko is better than Ekatike. We'll see. How much will be Donnarumma? He's 25, 26, Champions League. But this is what I'm saying. If they're buying a better keeper for 40 million euros, which is 32 million, and he's got 1 year left, they'll probably sell him for about 30. I'll say 30, 35 max. 1 year left, 25 to 26, Champions League, World Cup. Yeah. Man said, well, destroy him with Musiela's leg. Hey, the masses, big up yourself, man. Man's making me laugh. Malasia, Luke Shaw, and Wemo, Martinez. And that's what I'm saying. We played good yesterday and we ain't even introduced Mbeumo yet. Imagine when we introduced Mbeumo in that. I want a Premier League keeper, not Lemonade, but Martinez. Nah, man. I know looking at highlights, but Sesko's goals are good, such powerful forward and very young. So I have Selon calls and like Watkins, 100%. But see, Sesko, you see, I know what you're saying, innit? But bro, we can't really look at highlights anymore, man. Because Ash, what happened when we got linked with Højlund? You went and looked at highlights and you're like, these goals are good. When we got linked with Anthony, we looked at the highlights, same thing. We didn't know these guys. So Sesko's the same. All of us have to look at highlights because we don't watch that league. So it's like, and he hasn't even ripped it up. That's what Ineos have come out and said. Laurie Whitwell has come out and said that this geezer didn't even rip it up in his own league. So I don't even think that's what's being said by the United sources. Like, they don't really rate him like that. He didn't do mad. So I don't think they're going to go and pay the mad money for him. If his money was to go down, then maybe they'll pay it. But because he wasn't that lit, none of us in this chat at the end of last season was like, we need to go and get Sesko. Are you seeing what he's doing in the Bundesliga? No one said that. No one. Like, TK was making the most noise over there. Marmoush was making most noise over there. And he left in January. None of us said Sesko. And this is why I told you that I don't think they rate him. If you read the middle article, Ash, this is Laurie Whitwell, very reliable for Man United News a few days ago. And he says, Benjamin Sesko is another one that Man United have tracked for long. He's somebody United looked at for years. As far as I'm aware, the cost of that deal and that he didn't go through the Bundesliga last year, tearing it up. That combination means he's not one that is being actively pursued. So they're not rating how he played last season. Do you get it? They're not rating him. He scored 13 goals. 13 goals. You know what I mean? Omar Mamouche left in January. By the end of the season, still had more goals than him. He didn't tear it up. None of us was thinking about Sesko. When we said we finished 15th, we need to rebuild this team. None of us sat there and said, let's go and get Sesko. Now we're just looking at the best of the rest, and you can see what their strategy is already. Everyone's seen what their strategy is. Prem proven. Would ideally like to sign a striker who also fits that bill. Prem proven. So that's what the strategy is. Look at all the articles right now. It's all Prem proven. So I can't see us going out there and doing it. I'm just keeping it real. If we go out there and get him, I'll back him same way, but I just can't see them doing the same thing. They've seen what happened last season with Garnacho and what's that geezer called? Garnacho and Højlund. And they said, yo, we ain't got time for that. We're going to go out there and just buy Prem proven players. They went out there, they bought Mbumo, they bought Cunha, and now they went in for Watkins. And look at that list. Look at the goal scoring list. They've just picked 2 players out of there and gone for a third. So you can see what they're on. They want goals now. This is what I'm saying. They're not on this. Let's go and get Sesko. Give him a year. Let him adapt. Bro, look at Xerxes, bro. He came in August. All of us by January was like, let him go. He has to go. He said, no, I'm not going. He could have went loan on Juventus. He said, no, I'm not going. And he changed his career. But he needed that 4 or 5 months. I don't think they got that much time. That's the thing. I don't think they got that much time. So I hear you still. I hear you, but I don't think they're going to do it, man. That's just what I personally think. They might go for him because Fabrizio's still talking about him. So something might be brewing, but I don't think they're going to turn around and go for him. Yeah, so that's going to happen. No, keepers aren't affected by league except Onana. He will leak goals and then he can. This is why I'm saying we get Lamens. Lamens has prevented the most goals in the world. Go and get him, bruv. The goals are the same. The box is the same. Just bring him through, man. But they want someone that's proven now. So maybe they go for Donnarumma and Lamens. For all we know, they go for a backup and a goal. You know what I mean? Who knows? But would Lamens not want to be number one? He might have that in his head where it's like, nah, I want to be number one. But someone like Lamens is a number 2, and then you get Donnarumma as well, bruv, you're laughing. You got to remember, Lamens is 13 to 17 million. If Donnarumma is going to be a 30, you're paying like 45 million for 2 world class. I would not say world class because Lamens ain't showed nothing yet, but he's got potential to be world class keepers. I'd rather Donnarumma, but a World Cup winner still so much better than we have 100%. I would take Martinez over Nana all day or by end day, 100%. But if I had the choice, because Martinez is 33, he misses the first game of the season, he makes a few mistakes, but they don't get highlighted. I would rather go for. They all make mistakes, innit? Let's be real. You're never going to find the perfect goalkeeper or perfect player. But I hope you got some good sleep yesterday after the game. I don't sleep, John, man. I have to be here for you lot in the morning, man. So I woke up early, had to get this ready for you lot. It is where it is, man. You get me? But yeah, man, big up yourself though, John, man. Morning, my guy, man. They said Premier League proven, but Sesko and Tika are not Premier League proven. That's why we ain't got them, have we? That's why we haven't got them, Joseph. What are you talking about? You're saying it like they said that, and then we're linked with them, but it's like they've changed the structure now, and they've gone, yo, look at the date on this. This is the 23rd. We've been linked with Sesko and Ekitike before this. So it's like they've changed it now and gone, yo, this has all come out on the 23rd. Plettigo is in Germany. He came out the day before. Look at the date at the bottom, 22nd, the bottom right. Ruben Amorim wants to sign a Premier League experienced striker, 22nd. Then look at the one on top of that. That's Chris Wheeler. A striker is next on United's shopping list this summer. Ruben keen to sign one with Premier League experience, 23rd. And then look at the first article. Man United have deliberately targeted players with Premier League experience this summer and would ideally like to sign a striker who fits that category. So that is all from the 23rd. We've been linked with Ekitike and Sesko way before that. You know what I mean? So that's the situation, Joseph, man. Not seen anything yet. Højlund wasn't as good as Sesko. Bro, that guy is crazy. Everyone is a risk. If we get risk, exactly. Everyone is a risk. So why you want to minimize that risk as much as possible? That's why they're going for Prem proven. Why are we going for Mbeumo and Cunha and spending 130 million on them when we could just go and spend 130 million on 5 different players? Why don't we just do that? Go South America, get 2 players for 20 million each. Do what Chelsea do. Go get a gem for 15 million. Go get this guy for 30. Why don't we just do that then? Go and get 5 different players. They're all young and mold them in because they're saying we ain't got time. Let's get players now that are proven. So in the league. So when Mbeumo and Cunha do it in the league, it minimizes the risk of flopping. They can still flop. And Mbeumo can come and go 20 games without scoring. No one ain't saying he's going to hit the ground running. Cunha ain't scored yet. Do you know what I'm saying? Cunha ain't assisted yet. I'm not saying he's a flop, but I'm just trying to say it can still go left, but it minimizes it. That's what happens. It minimizes the risk. So that's what happens. We went out there, we paid 72 million for Højlund. We can't move him on. Everyone's coming for loans. No one wants to pay his money, blah, blah, blah. Same thing. So why would it? And I don't think they're looking at it like, we've got time. If they said we've got time, we're going to build our team, we've got time, they'll just go out there and buy 3-4 players. 20 million for this guy, 30 million for that guy, 20 million. They've said, no, give us 2 players in the 10s. Let's go get a goalkeeper. Let's go get a striker. They've gone to Villa for a double swap. Can you get Martinez on loan? No. Can we get Watkins? What are you saying? We don't really want to sell him 60 million, though, if you want him. That's what's going on. So that's what I'm trying to say. Everyone's a risk, but you limit it by having the person that already plays in this league. Gyökeres might take 4 months to kick on. He might take a whole season. He might be shit for the next season and first season, and then the season after that be a live wire. So no one knows, man. It's just about minimizing risk. You get me? You try to compare for me Sesko and Ekitike. What do you mean? I tried to compare Sesko and Ekitike. I don't know what you're talking about. Like and subscribe, my peoples, man. Make sure you hit the like button, man, and subscribe. Man United, love for that, man. Appreciate you, man. Sesko is a perfect striker. He has good footwork. He's strong on the ball. Bro, I don't know about he has good footwork. He's on and off, man. I've watched a few of these comps and he's on and off. I never watched Sesko's comp and I was like, yeah, we need to get this guy. He's cold. His comp's even like, all right. But like I keep saying to you, look, if we get Sesko, I'm calm with it. I don't mind. I'm cool with it. But I just don't think they're going to do it from the reports because I do this every day. I see the reports, who's reliable, who's not, and what they're saying. Like I've showed you, look, all the reports from the reliable people, Ornstein, Laurie Whitwell, they're saying the cost involved is too mad and he didn't light it up last season. So I'm just going off that and saying, rah. And then all the reports are coming out after that saying we want a Prem proven striker. And then what happens after that? After the reports come out saying that we want a Prem proven striker, what happens? We get a report from Ben Jacobs saying we've gone in for Watkins. So I'm just going and being realistic of what it's looking like, what we're saying. So that's all it is. If we get Sesko, we get Sesko. No problem. I'll back him as well. Let's go. I'm United, bro. I don't care about players. So come. But I'm just going off what they're saying and what I think is going to happen. You're right. But sometimes you have to take risks. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true. 100%. 20 years old, though. If it's the real deal, get you 22, powerful. And let's forget them. I'm proven strikers. It's nice to be Premiership proven, but you can't hang everything on that. We'll be looking at Championship if things don't change big time. How about finding hidden talent? Premier League proven is a myth. 100%. I'm with that. I'm with you lot. Like we should go and get some hidden gems from different things. City's done it. They went and got De Bruyne's and all these guys. You watch them, but I don't think they're taking chance because they're sitting there and going, we need to basically get better now. We finished 15th. Let's get to a better place now, and then we can do that. Because they went out there. I think for the goal situation, strikers and the 10s, they're saying we need goals. We ain't got time to wait around for the goals. That's why they're going for Prem proven. Everywhere else, I don't think they would care like that. They went for Dorgu. He's left back. They're going for all these little gems that are under 18. I think it's just for the goals. We need it to 100% be that. People that came exactly, yeah, 100%. I'm with you with that, Ash. I think it depends with the striker suiting the system because Højlund at Man United can be a flop, but Napoli, exactly. This is what I'm saying to you lot. It's different leagues. Juventus and Napoli, them leagues are slower and it's very counter-attacky. It's a bit slower. They don't press you like that. So you go over there, you'll kill it. That's why Rashford, La Liga, Anthony killed it. He had all the time in the world. He's got the ball at his feet. Because that league is very technical. They got the ball at their feet. They don't really press them because everyone just balls. So someone like Rashford is going to kill it up there. They counter attacks, etc. It's the same thing, bro. Any of our players are freedom fighters. Go to these other leagues, they'll kill it. It's just normal. But it's the Prem that eats you up. So Sesko can come and it might not happen. Who knows, man? But like I said, I don't mind any other strikers. But yeah, so that's the situation. Fabrizio came out and just said, yo, this is the situation. 7 to 10 days, we'll see what happens with Sesko. That's the main thing with him. I saw this about Baleba. Obviously, Rio Ferdinand's coming out and saying we should just go for Baleba, break the bank, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, we had this report yesterday about Baleba. He's linked with us and Liverpool, and he's £100 million, him and João Pedro at the beginning of the season. But then they ended up dropping their price for João Pedro, letting him go for 60. So they're basically saying, Ross, they might end up doing it for Baleba. I don't know how true that is, but us and Liverpool are in for him. Liverpool have spent loads of money. Liverpool won. Liverpool have got Gravenberch. Do they really need him? I don't know. We'll see. Then we had some more news today as well. Everyone rates this goalkeeper, Vitek, but it's like we don't trust him. Because if we've got Bayern Near and Onana and we want a new striker, a new goalkeeper, why do we keep loaning the skeezer out? We just loaned him out, basically. He's agreed to loan to Bristol City. So I don't know, man. But yeah, Vitek anyway, he's getting loaned out to Bristol City. We're in for Douglas Luiz again. Now we're targeting a loan deal with an option to buy rather than an obligation. So I don't know how true this is. I take Italian sources with a pinch of salt. I keep telling you like that. You never know what they're saying. 1 minute they say something you think is true, and then it ends up being worse. Obviously, we got Mbumo. He didn't play yesterday because he's not ready yet. Do you understand? A lot of people was asking me, why is he not thinking? And it's just basically saying he's not ready yet. And Mbumo, he's not fit enough yet, innit? Remember, he was training by himself. He was sitting down and training by himself. So we can't just rush him in, innit? If he was training by himself and not with the team, he's not up to scratch. So basically, he's come true. We're going to get him up to scratch. And when you saw the intensity yesterday, you can see why he didn't really want to risk him. Because it's like, bruv, these men are running now. So yeah, it's been said that he's not going to play the next game against Bournemouth, but he probably play the game against Everton. So we got Bournemouth in 3 or 4 days. What day is today? 27th. We got Bournemouth on 31st. So in about 4 days, we got Bournemouth. And then we got Everton on the 3rd, I think it is. So he should be playing Everton game, but he won't play the next game against Bournemouth. So that's the situation. He's getting eased in, man. We're just taking our time with him. Yeah, so cool. And then we move on. And obviously, I spoke about Donnarumma. And I showed you lot about certain journalists. This is why I tell you lot, I bring you lot the news every day. There's different journalists. You got to give them time. You can't just say if it's not Fabrizio or Ornstein. Because look at this. Tanzilic came out last night at 7 o'clock and said PSG have reached an agreement in principle to sign Chevalier. L'Equipe said the same thing. And then they said Man United are interested in Donnarumma. Man United and Man City are interested in Donnarumma. Man City just signed James Trafford. So I doubt they're still interested. And then obviously Fabrizio woke up this morning and tapped in and said the same thing 12 hours later. And he bigged up L'Equipe. So L'Equipe came out and Tanzilic and said it first. And then Fabrizio had to give them his flowers. So that's what I'm saying. Not everyone is just Fabrizio. Some people do their thing themselves, you get me? We had this link about Rasmus, the Juventus fan channel, whatever you want to call it. And they basically said something about they want to sign Rasmus, but we've heard this one before, so I'll take it with a pinch of salt. But remember, Ornstein did come out and say there's a very good chance that Rasmus Højlund leaves Man United this summer. So when you hear links about Rasmus, it could be true, but the Italian sources are dodgy. As you can see from the last article, where it says Jadon Sancho has been heavily rumoured to be closing in on a move to Juventus, but that's not accurate. He was very linked. Every day they were saying, this guy's got an agreement. There's been a new bid. It's been close. It's very close. He's one step away from being a Juventus. And he come out and said, I don't know where this is coming from. It's all lies. So take all the Italian sources with a pinch of salt. They just talk rubbish. But Rasmus has a good chance to leave. This article come out saying basically that they only want a loan, but United are not having it. They're saying we want our money. We're not having it right now. So that's the situation that came out about Rasmus. We had this about Juventus, Kolo Muani. It was said yesterday that basically we're considering a move for him. And then it's come out, he's rejected Man United's interest. I don't know how true it is. Like I keep saying to you, lot, take these Italian sources with a pinch of salt. I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, apparently he's got a verbal agreement with Juventus. Remember, he was on loan to Juventus from PSG. And then now he wants to go back there. So yeah, apparently he's rejected us. I've not heard this from nobody else. I don't really care anyway if he's rejected us. I don't really care if he comes or not. But apparently that's what's happened. That's all played out. Where we was considering him, now he's rejected us, blah, blah, blah. But like I said, these Italian sources are dodgy. So I don't know, man. So yeah, that was more or less of what we've seen today. What else happened? And we're still waiting on Anthony. Remember, Anthony said he wants to go Saudi. He doesn't mind. We still ain't heard nothing about that. That came out day before yesterday. Anthony talking about going Saudi. He's open. So we'll see. And that was more Sesko talks, linking Sesko more to Newcastle. Because remember, even my man, Fabrizio, come out and said that Newcastle are trying to go big for Sesko. He hasn't said that about Man United. He just said they're trying to go big for United. For Newcastle. Newcastle's more likely destination for Sesko is what Sis Tony said as well. Yeah, Højlund links, that's the Sun. Take it with a pinch of salt. I don't believe the Sun. Al Nassr. Al Nassr is one of the clubs that want Anthony. Obviously, those links that Anthony's open to going to Al Nassr. So we'll see what happens with that. Let me get a few of these before I cut. It was meaning you compete for me between Sesko and compare for you. I thought you was trying to question me, bro. No. Sesko and Ekitike, they're different strikers. Sesko's more of a number 9 box striker. Ekitike is more come to the ball, take on a player. They call him Baby Isaac. That's what they call him as a joke. But yeah, they're different strikers, man. I think Ekitike scored 15 goals. Sesko scored 13 goals. Do you understand? But Ekitike's got more hype around him when it came to the end of the season. Sesko now, the hype is around him because he's the last one left. You get it? Out of like the abroad players. It was Sesko, like what's the names going around? Sesko, Jackson, Watkins. So it's either the Prem players. Sesko's like the only one that's out there. He's 21, he's young. So that's about it. Ekitike is young as well. But that's the only really difference out of them. Mitch, what would be your excuse if Gyökeres kills it? What do you mean? I rate Gyökeres, bro. What do you mean kills it? I rate Gyökeres. What excuse? I haven't dissed him or nothing. I just made an example and I said, if Gyökeres come for 1 year and he didn't do nothing, then he will hit the ground running next year. That's what it is. Some people don't like. I don't think we want a guy that's going to come. I'll have to give them time. That's why I think we're doing the Prem proven thing. Because if we're not doing Prem proven, why don't we just go and we spent 130 million or something on both of them, Cunha and Bremer. We could have just went and spent that on 6 players, 130 million. We could have went 20 million, 30, 15, 30, 20. We could have spent that on like 5 players. So we're doing Prem proven because we're not taking a chance. And if you look at all these reports, it says ideally we want a striker to be Prem proven as well. This is on the 23rd. 23rd, it says this. Ideally, we want a striker to be Prem proven as well. 3 of the reports. So I'm just going off what they're saying. I don't really care who we get or who we not. I think Gyökeres is going to ball. I've not dissed Gyökeres once. I wanted Gyökeres here ages ago. So I think he's going to hit the ground running. Arsenal play good football. They need a striker. I reckon he's going to do his thing. I'm not dissing him, but I'm just saying we're not taking the risk for someone like Sesko that hasn't lit it up on his league. Gyökeres, at least he lit it up on his league. This geezer scored the most goals in the world. So that's what I'm saying. If anyone buys Gyökeres and he flops, you've got a good excuse. You're bored. You don't have to get onto them. If he flops for Arsenal, you think they can get onto them and say, why did you buy him? We knew he was going to flop. No one's going to say that. He scored the most goals in the world. We understood why you bought him. If it flops, fuck it. We understand. Simple as that. I'm not sitting there saying he's going to flop. I'm just saying, innit? On a Brighton site. What do you mean nothing on a Brighton site? Why would a Brighton site have a link with Baleba? What are you talking about? When have you ever seen a journalist say something about a player and it ends up on the site of the Brighton or of the club? So if we're linked with someone on Man United, it's going to end up on the Man United site. Is that what you're saying? Well, how does that make any sense, mate? So everything I'm showing you now, this should end up on sites, yeah? Everything Fabrizio's saying, it should end up on the Man United site that we're linked for Sesko. Does that even make sense? Or the only thing that ends up on the club sites are something that's official. Nothing ain't happened. No one ain't saying we bought Baleba. I haven't sat there and said that we bought him, so I don't know what this guy's talking about. But French team won the Champions League, Premier League proven. What a load of bullshit narrative. Yeah, I hear you. I'm not saying I say get him, but it's Kane a long-term contract if we got him when he left Spurs. Yeah, 100%, Ash. I'm with you with that. I wanted him to come, and he was 30, and everyone was saying he's too old. This is what I'm saying. Is there any truth in the 4K season ticket nonsense? I heard 4K up front to be able to apply for it. I don't know, mate. But you see, with this, the way they're moving with their season tickets, I wouldn't be surprised, bro. The way Ineos are moving with these cuts and that, I won't be surprised. Should be linked to any club, but why only Premiership? Because he only wants Prem. This is what I'm saying. Everyone's entitled, bro. It looks like we're only scouting for Prem players. Garnacho only wants to go Prem. He only wants to stay in the Premier League. Everyone's entitled. Anthony only wants Betis. Apparently now he's open to Saudi though. Rashford only wanted Barca. Look, this is Garnacho. This is the last people he was linked with. And it's Aston Villa, Tottenham, Chelsea. Aston Villa is the only place I think he's going to go. Chelsea are about to sign Xavi Simons. So I don't know if he's going to end up going there. Tottenham have got about 9 wingers, mate. 8 wingers. Tell, Odeber, Kulusevski, Kudus, Richarlison, Son, Johnson. That's 7 alone. Mikey Moore, 8. That's 8 wingers that Tottenham have got already. I can't see them buying Garnacho. 9 wingers, come on. So I think Aston Villa is the right place. A little swap deal with Watkins, Sawley, or Onana. I want Onana from Villa. I think he will go straight into our midfield. Brighton aren't selling Baleba. Pedro was never 100 million and Brighton wanted him gone due to his behaviour. Baleba goes next summer for 100 million. Melis Yalko is his replacement, loaned out again. Oh, so what are you saying then? What this article's wrong? You're saying that my man never wanted, they wanted 100 million, no? I spent over 70 million on new players so far this season. Brighton had put 100 million price tag on João Pedro and Baleba in the summer, but João Pedro ended up going for 60. Who's this Melis guy? Did they just buy him then? So they bought him and loaned him out. Melis Yalko. Who is that? As I'm new to this channel, Mitch, are these shows set times? I've enjoyed this, so we'll keep a lookout. Ash, 3 times a day, 2 times a day sometimes. But I'm always here morning. I'm always here afternoonish. Late, sometimes evening. So just look out for it, bro. I'm always here. Morning, I'm always here for you. Lot. Don't watch nothing. So 3 times a day, my guy. Love, though. Appreciate you. Garnacho needs to go ASAP because we need the money. This is what I've been saying. Hopefully the freedom fighters leave soon. He's everything. With a modern day player, 3 or 4 months full pay. Yeah, man. Hopefully, man. Hopefully. Sancho, I'm back, bro. Who are strike options, bro? Slices is still the same, man. It's still the same. It's still Sesko and Bus. I don't think Gyökeres will score 50 goals. Nah, no way. He ain't scoring 50 goals. That's not happening. Garnacho wants Premier League to get revenge on Amarin. You get it? But no one need Garnacho in the Premiership. This is the last on Garnacho. So that's more or less it, man. Tottenham are in for Garnacho, Aston Villa and Villa. We'll see. Aston Villa, Tottenham and Chelsea, sorry. But I think it's only going to be Villa that's in for him. Because Chelsea are looking at everyone but Garnacho. And they're probably waiting to the end. Fire, bro. You're getting that thumbnail already. Sesko 290. Remember when I said it was going to happen to me? You did, Stefan. You've been on the Sesko train for ages. You did. We'll see. This week will be interesting. Trust me, the news come out 7 to 10 days. That's what Fabrizio's saying. But he's bigging up Villa and Newcastle. He said Newcastle got a big proposal. They're trying to go big for him. So 7 to 10 days, we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens in 7 to 10 days. They should hurry up with Sesko. A lot of people want Sesko. Like I said, if he comes, I'll back him. Is what it is. But I just, from what I've seen, the strategy where they're going with the Prem proven thing, I think they're going to go that way. Anyone else think it's a shame about Garnacho? His finishing hasn't been the best, but in my opinion, he's a good player. I can see the boss letting him back in, though. Yeah, that's if no one comes in for him. But it's his ego. It's his ego that's messed him up. It's to who he thinks he is. He thinks he's Ronaldo already. If he didn't think he was Ronaldo already, he might have been all right. But that's what's done him. But my guys, man, I'm going to let you lot go, man. That's more or less everything that's been today. Obviously, I'll be back on later. We'll see more news, etc. I'm going to do a little hate watch on Arsenal now, man. I'm going to watch Arsenal Newcastle friendly. So hopefully Arsenal can lose and have a little meltdown. But yeah, my guys, man, I'll let you lot all go. Everyone have a great day. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out and subscribe if you're new. Love my peoples.
Got some celebs, pull up local. You know we up next, pull up mofos. They don't be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it out, let's take a photo now. But for now, I'm local. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more